Hi, 6th graders. Today we're going to be taking a look at perimeter. By the end of this lesson, you want to be able to find the perimeter of squares and rectangles. So first of all, the definition of perimeter is the distance around any closed figure. So think about it like being a fence. Okay? So we want to find the perimeter of each square. So if we look, if it's a square, we know that it's the same all the way around. So we have 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches. So we could say that the perimeter is 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, which would be 12 inches. Okay, same thing when we look at our other one. If it's a square, we have 8 feet, 8, 8, and 8. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 would give us 32 feet. However, you might notice that there's a shortcut and a commonality. Instead of adding 3 4 times or adding 8 4 times, the perimeter of a square is equal to 4 times its side, where P is the perimeter and S is equal to the length of a side. Okay, so using that information, I want you to pause the video and see if you can find the perimeter for the next problem. In volleyball, the shape of the court on one side of the net is a square with a side length of 9 meters. What is the perimeter of 1/2 of a volleyball court? Well, since we know it's a square and its side is 9 meters, its perimeter is equal to 4 times 9, or 36 feet. Now let's try some rectangles. So with rectangles, remember, we know that opposite sides are congruent. So if this side is 7 meters and this side is 2 meters, then we know that this side is 7 meters and this side is 2 meters. So the perimeter is equal to 7 plus 7 plus 2 plus 2, which would be 14 plus 4, or 18 meters. Here we have 12, 12, 18, and 18, so its perimeter is 18 plus 18 plus 12 plus 12. Or we could do 18 plus 12 plus 18 plus 12, and the reason I would put them together that way is 18 plus 12 would give us 30 plus 30, or 60 feet. Now hopefully you notice that there's another shortcut we can use, a formula. So perimeter is equal to 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, because the length and the width both occur twice. Or we could do 2 times the combination of the length and the width added together. So this first one would be more equivalent to what I did here. 2 times 7 is 14, 2 times 2 is 4, and add those together. This one is like what I did here. I put 18 and 12 together twice. Each of those is 30, so our perimeter was 60 feet. Either one of those formulas will give you the same perimeter. So here, P again is your perimeter, L is the length, and W is your width. Alright, so pause the video and see if you can figure the next one out on your own. I have a garden that is 10 feet by 14 feet. If I want to put a fence around my garden, how many feet of fence do I need to buy? So if it helps, you can always draw a picture. Here's my garden, so it's 10 feet by 14 feet. So I can go, perimeter is equal to 2 times 10 plus 14, which is 2 times 28. So, oops, don't need the 2 there. So if I do 2 times 28, we can actually look at it as 56 feet. So now, using what we've done in the previous slides and the formulas, if you want to use those, you can go ahead and pause the video and try these next two on your own and see if you can figure them out. Alright, so let's look at our first one. Our first one is the base of an Eiffel Tower is shaped like a square with a side of 125 meters. If I were to walk around the base of the Eiffel Tower, how many meters would I walk? So since it's a square, we can say that the perimeter is equal to 4 times 125. So when I do that, I get an answer of 500 meters. The NFL football field is 120 yards long and 53 yards wide approximately. Okay, so it's 120 yards wide, or long, 53 yards wide. If I were to run 2 laps around the football field, how far did you run? So in this one, it's a rectangle, so we can do 2 times 120 plus 53, or 2 times 173. And if we do that, that's 346. Now, that's the perimeter, but that's not what the question is asking. They're saying if we ran 2 laps around the football field. So we actually have to take the 346 and double that. So take that and multiply it by 2. And if we ran 2 laps around the field, we would have actually run 692 total yards. If you have any questions, make sure you ask and we will go from there. So basically remember that perimeter just means the distance all the way around, which works for then any shape, except for circles, which have a special thing, which we'll learn about later.